So in this video we'll be talking about tuples. Tuples are just like lists. They hold data in them as lists do. But the only difference that separates tuple from the list is that the data inside the tuple cannot be changed. As I showed you guys before, that the data inside the list can be appended. There is the specific data which are inside the list can be appended, but those specific data inside the tuples cannot be appended or changed. It can be said that the objects inside the tuple are immutable. So now let's get on to the Jupyter notebook and see an example. That may be tuple1 equals, we store data in the square braces in list and these curly braces in dictionaries, and for tuples we use parentheses, the simple braces. Let's say tuple1 has data of RAM, 12 and anything. As I said before, the objects or data inside the tuple cannot be appended or cannot be changed. So let's try by appending the data inside the tuple. tup1.append. Okay, this one is index number 0 and this one is index number 1. As I said before, the indexing in any programming language starts with 0. Say the data may be anything, and let's run it. Let's see, we have an error here. Tuple object has no attribute operand. That means the tuple object which we are using here does not have an attribute operand. That means the append function or the append functionality is not supported by tuple. So let's try deleting. Delete tuple1 index number 1. Okay, now hit run. See here we have an error. Tuple object does not support item deletion. That means the items which are inside the tuple object cannot be deleted, or the item deletion is not supported by the tuple object. As I said before, that the data inside the tuple cannot be appended, but the tuple variable can be reinitialized. That means let's now reinitialize the tup1 variable. tup1 equals to, that may be anything. Let's check the value of tup1. Here the output is now this. That means the tuple variable tup1 has now been reinitialized with the value this inside it. So now let's see some of the advantages of tuples over lists. See here, the first advantage is that generally lists are used to store homogeneous data. That means they are used to store same type of data, but tuples can store different type of data. That means they are heterogeneous. They can store different type of data in them. And now the another advantage of tuple over list is that it uses less storage compared to list. So now let's paste the old tuple variable here, and now let's see tuple slicing. The slicing method is same as the slicing method we used before in list. Okay, so let's see tup1 0, but sorry, the variable name is wrong. We already know that the index 0 has value this, so the output is this is because the indexing always starts from 0. What if we want to print this RAM and 12? So let's see the process. 0 to 2. So you guys now might be thinking that where the value has been printed as RAM and 12, although the input is directed from 0 to 2. In Python slicing method, if we write 0 to 2, then command this line gives is that print the value from index that is less than the final index given here, that is 1. That means 0 and 1 index will be printed here as. So in Python we have another method of slicing as well, that is the negative indexing. Yeah, we can use negative indexing as well in Python. Here in negative indexing, the last value will be the index -1, then furthermore. Let's see tuple1 -1. So see here, the value that has been printed as output is this. That means the -1 index will index the last value which is stored in the respective variable. So as I said before, the objects which are stored inside the tuple cannot be deleted. But what if we don't need the tuple anymore? That means we now have to remove the tuple entirely. So that can be done as this. Delete the tuple variable name. Okay, let's see whether the tuple variable has been removed or not. See, we have an error. That means the tuple variable tup1 that we declared before here has now been deleted. So it is clear that even if we cannot delete the objects or data inside the tuple variable, the tuple variable can be deleted whenever necessary. So let's recap what we studied here. The first thing we studied here is that the tuple variables are immutable. That means the data or objects inside the tuple variable cannot be deleted or cannot be appended as well, but we can reinitialize the tuple variable whenever we need it. So here we studied slicing method as well. The first slicing method was the positive slicing method, and the second slicing method was the negative slicing method. In negative slicing method, the -1 index will refer to the last value, and in positive slicing method, the 0 index will represent the first index in the first value or first data in the variable. So yeah, we now have completed the basics of Python, and from the another video we will be discussing about conditional statements and loops in Python.